On Tuesday, the 21st of May 2019, Nigeria's first indigenous engineering company and Africa's #1 brand in escalator and crane technology, Kresta Laurel Limited, held the third edition of its 2019 Partners Forum and Colloquium at the Lantana and Orchid Hall, Eco Hotel and Suites, Victoria Island, Lagos. Kresta Laurel Limited Nigeria is a total engineering company with distinctive competence and knowledge in the field of electromechanical systems such as elevators, overhead traveling cranes and hoists, industrial uninterruptible power systems (UPS), power generating systems, welding machines, data center enclosures, building maintenance units, as well as mobile shelving systems. Owned by former Governor of Ogun State, Otumba Gbenga Daniel, Kresta Laurel Limited Nigeria was incorporated on the 16th of August 1984 and it began operations in 1990. The company is the authorized distributor of Krone elevators and escalators from Finland, Demag cranes and components from Germany, AEC uninterruptible power systems (UPS) from Italy, Furnace welding machines from Austria, Power Pro generators and power systems from UK. Kresta Laurel Limited Nigeria was awarded the African Order of Merit in Cranes, Escalators and Elevator Technology in 2010 by the Institute of Government Research and Leadership Technology. In attendance at the colloquium were the chairman, Kresta Laurel Limited, Otumba Gbenga Daniel, and wife, Yeye Olufunke Daniel, the presiding pastor of the Latter Rain Assembly, Pastor Tunde Bakare, the chairman and CEO, Biscon Communications, Prince Bisi Olatilo, President of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, NSE, Engineer Kunle Mukolu, among other distinguished guests. The event began with the welcome remarks delivered by Engineer Dideolu Falobi.
This is the third edition since we started the event about 10 years ago. The Partners Forum is an interaction between our partners in Nigeria, being our clients, consultants, developers, financiers, and others on one hand, and our international partners, being representatives of companies with which we have association worldwide, such as Koni Elevators of Finland, Demag Cranes and Hoists of Germany, Cosgomi of UAE, Spain, Australia, everywhere now, it's fully global now, and then Merkesan UPS of Turkey on the other hand. Today, we have a potpourri of events. There are major activities that are embedded into this program, which we basically add to the body of knowledge within the engineering industry. As one of Nigeria's foremost engineering companies, wholly indigenous, we make it a point of duty to, as a matter of policy, continue to enhance the body of knowledge in the industry so that we do not just take away, we always want to give back. As a result of this, we have embedded into this program the following: a colloquium on delays on project delivery in the construction industry in Nigeria, causes and solutions.
After which, partners of Kresta Laurel Limited, Krone, Demag, Cox Gmail, and hosts Kresta Laurel took turns to enlighten the audience on the services rendered by their organizations with short video clips to showcase some of their works.
We look after the needs from an elevator and escalator perspective of around 450,000 customers. So we're very proud of the fact that we represent so many customers, and it's an absolute privilege working for Koni. Sorry, there seems to be a... Koni is represented in many different countries across the world. We have manufacturing facilities across Europe and China and the US, where we manufacture in our central facilities in Italy, in China, in Finland, and we also have a factory in India as well as in the Americas. We have factories in Austin, Texas and Mexico. We also have a number of R&D facilities, around 8 R&D facilities around the world where we do a lot of innovation on our products continuously.
And these are This is the overview of the products that we sell today. So from small components, chain hoist, drive technology, also up to standard cranes, universal cranes, light crane systems, and also these kinds of process cranes that matches to the various industries like aviation, steel, and so on. But it's not all about our product. Of course, it needs a team, and we have these guys in Nigeria here, Kresta, Laurel, who is providing exactly that for you, like consulting and the expert support. So they are providing the knowledge, they have the knowledge, they are skilled to provide you the best solution that you need. And we from Germany supply them with our products and with our spare parts.
We are a well-known and respected global brand. We recognize as being the preeminent BMU manufacturer in the world, and we have unparalleled global coverage. We're represented by our own offices in several countries, and in the countries where we don't have our own offices, we are represented by distributors like Kresta Laurel. The company was formed from 3 companies, Cradle Runways, which is the business that I joined originally in 2007, which is from the UK. And they've installed over 3,000 projects around the world. There's the Spanish company Gomilsa, who've been around since 1989, and they have installed over 2,000 projects around the world. And finally, E.W. Cox from Melbourne, Australia, who have been around since 1955.
The colloquium was themed Delays in Project Delivery in the Construction Industry, Causes and Solutions. It was moderated by former president of the Association of Consultant Engineers of Nigeria, ASEN, Engineer Bayo Adeola, while the panelists were President, Association for Consultant Engineering, Engineer Charles Akindayomi, Vice President of the Nigerian Institute of Quantity Surveyors, Mr. Olayemi Shenubi, Mr. Yemi Ejidiran, and the Vice President, Nigerian Institute of Building, NIOB, Mr. Kunle Awobodu. In the view of Mr. Yemi Ejidiran, he noted that delay in projects falls under the project team who do not evaluate the problems encountered during previous projects and seeking redress before embarking on a new project. He added that delay in construction is also a result of lack of preparation or proper project planning carried out on the projects, from the designs to the various equipment to be used, which is as a result of poor collaboration.
How the subcontractors will work within the main contractor's program such that there will be no conflict. Because usually that's where you have issues, where you have conflicts between maybe the main contractor decides that, okay, today I want to work on the east wing, whereas the subcontractors, the workmen he has engaged, have been engaged to work in the west wing. So at the end of the day, you have those conflicts. But peradventure, if the designs have been frozen prior to commencement of construction and have been fully developed, and that's why I was talking about planning, all this will have been eliminated. But you always find out that in most of the projects in Nigeria, this always coming, because the designers, that's the consultants, they get in hoping that as the project starts, they will do the design development, which normally will not happen. So we need a lot of collaboration for all the parties, the contractors, the consultants. We might want to blame the clients at times too, because they don't give approval as I went in. But then if the client, if they know what to do, they will engage the professionals. I'm talking about the contractor and the consultant. But it's because they don't know jack as to how to go about the business. That is why they have engaged us, the so-called professionals, construction professionals. And it is our responsibility to make sure that we give them the best in terms of planning and in terms of the way and manner the whole process is organized.
Mr. Kunle Awobodu was of the opinion that another cause of delay in project construction is the absence of reviews and criticisms on the designs before being implemented.
Let us look at it today. The Naira value has so much depreciated that most construction sites you go to, the plant and equipment being used there in Nigeria are imported, fairly used. They are mostly tokumbos. And that is why you encounter frequent breakdown of plant and equipment on our side. From piling foundation, if you see most of the sites that we are doing piling here, Lekki Assist VI, most of them are imported. And imported as second-hand equipment. And equipment should be manufactured within the country. Like Kresta Lorraine, who is in joint partnership with Cone and others, should also try to invest in Nigeria by producing this thing locally because of cost. So the Naira has been so much debilitated that it's affecting us. Delay finally, sir. The delay, as we know in project management, any project that suffers time overruns is as good as a failed project. Thank you, sir.
Engineer Charles Akindayomi and Mr. Olayemi Shonubi both emphasized that most of the consequences of project delays fall on the clients. He added that they should make use of the certificate of agreement, which clearly gives the client an upper hand over the contractors when there is a breach in the agreement.
Obviously, the investor, the owners, first of all, bears the greatest brunt. But majority of our problems can be mitigated by proper selection. When you say proper selection of consultants, that's number one. Two, of contractors as well. So if you get those two right, that is, you make sure that the consultants you are selecting have the track record for that type of particular job, right? And the client himself is ready to pay considerable fees for that consultant to do his job properly. And then taking it down the line, the contractors too, when you select them properly, I'm not saying there won't be any problem, but the problem can be mitigated and resolved, right? But in order to be able to stop all this, we have something in Nigeria where we call architects. They play dual roles in most of our projects. They are architects in one area and they are also project managers. That sort of trend must stop because it's creating a big problem for us, for all the construction team, because nobody is translating properly the wishes of the client and down the line for it to be carried out. And I believe strongly one of the problems we also have is that there's no consequences for actions here.
What we need to do first is to change our orientation, our culture of how we do things. You see, incidentally, most of us trained, for those that train abroad, for some that train under those who train abroad, will have the same, like say, background as to how these things should be done. And we know how it is done in other countries. For instance, if you don't deliver on time, your client can sue you as a consultant for professional negligence. And that's why nowadays you have what you call professional indemnity insurance to indemnify your clients in case you don't perform according to your professional ethics. But unfortunately, we don't enforce such things here. One, people are afraid of going to court to even sue. Because, for instance, if I've engaged you to deliver a project and you don't deliver, and I have made losses, I should take you to court and will cover my losses. But people are not willing to test that because all these are in conditional contracts. There's usually every contract what you call liquidated and ascertained damages. That says that for every contract, if the contractor does not deliver when he's supposed to deliver, for every week that building remains unbuilt or uncompleted, he's supposed to pay a certain amount per week. But because of the way we do things here, nobody is willing to enforce that.
Later on, a book titled Principles and Practice of Project Management, authored by Engineer Bayo Adeola, was later reviewed by Mr. Dakbo Isiolato, who highly recommended it. Thereafter, Otumba Gbenga Daniel was joined by other distinguished guests for the book unveiling exercise. Next was a short round of goodwill messages as different guests applauded and commended Otumba Gbenga Daniel for the initiative to achieve sustained profitable growth by providing services which consistently satisfy the needs and expectations of its customers.
I want to commend and congratulate Engineer Gbenga Daniel, His Excellency. Our story dates back to our teenage years. And someone was trying to introduce to me a few days ago and said, do you know Otumba Benga Daniel? I said, which one? In case there's another one. I want to thank God for you. All we are seeing today is, see thou a man diligent in his duties. He will not stand before mere men. He will stand before kings. This is just the beginning. There's still more to come. I believe the future of Kresta Laurel Limited is as bright as the promises of God. And I just want to ask that you open up so that we can buy shares. So that when I become a multi-billionaire, I'll be able to say, I have a little share there also. Open it up a little for us to come in, to put in a little seed. Since we are not engineers, we can sow and plant some things there.
I know that the founder of any company is very, very important. That is the attribute of the founder. And that attribute is what really is deposited in the company. So, Kresta Laurel, I'm sure that the transparency that you have brought and commitment and excellence that you have brought into engineering practice will be a template for so many upcoming, engineering companies in Nigeria to emulate.
I testify that we've had some projects together during this tenure as the governor. The MDs and the staff of Kresta Laurel were quite up to task. They were they held on the fort, and sometimes they were very strict, and they will not yield, because clients, especially government clients, can be very, very difficult, and they hold on to your fees, and they expect you to do a lot of things free of charge. So I want to say that I thank God that Kresta Laurel did not collapse with his living there. It meant that he puts competent and reliable people there, and they did not disappoint him. And now that he's back, well, I don't know about what Pastor Bakari said about his still going back. But now that he's back fully, I expect that Kresta Laurel will be taken to greater heights, and that we will see many, many more new innovations, even from that sector. So I want to say a big congratulations to Otumba, and also to Kresta Laurel. And I pray that by the time we are coming to do another forum next year, the Partners Forum and Colloquium next year, we will have many, many more things to showcase. Thank you, and God bless.
The event was formally brought to an end after the goodwill messages. From BISCON Communications, we congratulate Kresta Laurel Limited Nigeria and its chairman, Otumba Benga Daniel, on the successful hosting of this year's Partners Forum and Colloquium.